What if I told you the strength in the Marvel Universe isn't just about who can punch the hardest or shoot the biggest beam? Because in this cosmos, where gods walk, mutants bend reality, and cosmic forces rewrite existence, there are power levels so extreme they don't just break the rules, they make them. We're not just talking about Hulk's rage or Thor's thunder, we're diving into the most broken, overpowered characters and entities across Marvel Comics. From reality warping kids to cosmic gods to literal metaphors for the writers themselves, this is a journey through every Marvel overpower explained. Let's start low on the list and climb toward omnipotence. The 10th in line is Rune King Thor, the god who broke destiny. Thor's been strong before, Mjolnir, Thunder, Avengers-level brawls, but Rune King Thor? He doesn't just punch gods, he rewrites what it means to be one. In the Avengers Disassembled era, Thor seeks to end the endless cycle of Ragnarok. To do that, he undergoes trials that no other Asgardian has survived. First, he hangs himself from Yggdrasil, the world tree, mirroring Odin's sacrifice. Then he rips out his eyes for the runes, and with that, Thor becomes more than a god of thunder. He becomes something transcendent. With rune magic flowing through him, Thor becomes omniscient. He understands time, space, and reality like a mystic scholar. He manipulates all three. He no longer needs Mjolnir to fly or fight. He's a walking hurricane of divine magic and cosmic knowledge. And most importantly, he breaks the cycle of Ragnarok. That's not strength, that's change. Rune King Thor didn't just beat fate, he rewrote it. 9th is Franklin Richards, or the boy who makes universes. He looks like a regular kid, but Franklin Richards isn't just Reed and Sue's son, he's one of the most overpowered beings in all of Marvel. This kid doesn't throw tantrums, he creates pocket universes. Franklin's powers emerged early. We're talking reality manipulation on a cosmic scale, shaping existence with pure imagination. Time travel, child's play, creating new dimensions, done before lunch. He's so powerful that the Celestials, literal space gods, consider him an equal. At his peak, Franklin brought Galactus back from the dead just because the universe needed him. He also created an entire universe as a sandbox for his younger self. Yeah, Franklin casually made a backup reality. Though recent comics revealed his powers were finite and fading, he's still in the conversation, because even as they diminished, his potential shook the cosmos. When your daydreams rewrite creation, you're not just powerful, you're a one-kid Big Bang. At 8th is the Phoenix Force. You don't wield the Phoenix Force, you survive it. Older than the universe, the Phoenix is cosmic fire, life and rebirth, but also destruction. It chooses hosts with immense psychic potential and then supercharges them into demigods. Jean Grey, its most famous avatar, went from telepath to planet destroyer. As the Dark Phoenix, she consumed a star, obliterated a solar system, and nearly wiped out everything. And she wasn't even trying. The Phoenix can resurrect, manipulate matter at the atomic level, and travel through time and space. It's pure energy, universal will incarnate, and it doesn't follow orders. Even the most powerful mutants tremble at its arrival, because while it can heal, it can also burn entire timelines to ash. Other hosts like Rachel Summers, Hope Summers, and Emma Frost have wielded it, but no one controls it. At best, you borrow it. At worst, you become a cautionary tale with a death toll in the billions. Next up is the Scarlet Witch. Wanda Maximoff isn't just magic, she is chaos. Originally thought to just toss hexes that messed with probability, Scarlet Witch was eventually revealed to wield full-scale reality warping powers. And when her heart breaks, the universe breaks with her. In House of M, Wanda rewrites the world into a mutant utopia on a whim. Then, with 3 words, no more mutants, she erases the powers of 98% of mutant kind. We're talking multiversal level reality shifts triggered by grief. Her powers come from the elder god Chthon, who branded her at birth. That chaos magic, it lets her bend the fundamental rules of existence, altering time, space, and cause and effect like it's improv night. But she's not a villain. Wanda is tragedy wrapped in power. Her biggest threat isn't just what she can destroy, it's what she might do trying to heal. Scarlet Witch doesn't cast spells, she whispers fate into something else entirely. On our number 6, Galactus, or the Devourer of Worlds. Galactus isn't evil, he's inevitable. Born from the previous universe and reborn during the Big Bang, Galactus exists not to conquer, but to consume. His hunger for planetary energy isn't a choice, it's survival. He is the cosmic constant between death and rebirth, the balance between excess and order. Empowered by the power cosmic, Galactus can manipulate time, space, energy, and reality. He resurrects the dead, crushes stars, and bends laws of physics like soft clay. And when he speaks, entire civilizations tremble, not because of malice, but because they know he's here to feed. Even gods fear him. He creates heralds, beings like Silver Surfer, imbued with a fraction of his power to scout worlds worth devouring. Yet, despite his destructive nature, Galactus has also saved the universe more times than some heroes, taking down multiversal threats like the Annihilation Wave and even teaming up with Earth's mightiest when the stakes were cosmic. Galactus is a paradox, a force of nature with morality, a destroyer who sometimes saves. Fifth is the Beyonder. Imagine if a god got bored and made you fight your best friends just to watch. That's the Beyonder. Debuting in Secret Wars 1984, the Beyonder started as a one-of-a-kind omnipotent being from beyond the known multiverse, a dimension of pure power. When he discovered Earth, he wanted to understand the concept of desire, so naturally, he made a planet out of scraps, kidnapped Marvel's greatest heroes and villains, and said, "Let's get ready to rumble!" With power dwarfing even cosmic entities, the Beyonder could rewrite reality with a blink. He was so strong, even the living tribunal didn't interfere, and when he took human form to understand morality, he still bent the rules of existence like he was editing a draft. Later lore tied him to the Beyonders, a race of ultra-powerful multiversal beings who play with cosmic cubes like toys, but make no mistake, when the Beyonder shows up, everyone listens, because when curiosity has god-level powers, chaos is the only outcome. Fourth runner-up is the Living Tribunal, or the multiverse's final judge. You don't get more cosmic authority than this. The Living Tribunal exists outside of space and time, a three-faced entity representing equity, vengeance, and necessity. It maintains balance across the entire Marvel multiverse. It doesn't take sides, it takes balance. If one universe tips too far into chaos or domination, the Tribunal intervenes. Sometimes it erases worlds, sometimes it depowers gods, and sometimes it just watches. It is second only to the One Above All in Marvel's divine hierarchy. Its power is so vast that it can render the Infinity Stones useless if the multiverse is at risk. When Thanos wielded the full gauntlet, the Tribunal didn't flinch. It simply judged and let the trial unfold. And yet, it rarely acts, because the Living Tribunal is justice itself, not emotional, not moral, just absolute. Its presence isn't about fear, it's about inevitability. If it appears, the cosmos is already out of balance, and correction is not a suggestion. On our top 3 is the One Above All. This is it, the top of the ladder, the final page of the book. The One Above All is Marvel's ultimate being. It doesn't just shape reality, it is reality. Every multiverse, every dimension, every cosmic rule, all flow from its existence. Think of it as the gods above gods, not a participant in stories, but the author of them. Rarely seen, often referenced, the One Above All transcends characters, canon, and continuity. Sometimes it appears as a homeless man offering wisdom, other times as Jack Kirby himself, Marvel's original creator. It's not a hero or villain, it simply is. Its powers, literally everything. Omnipotence, omnipresence, omniscience. It can create or erase the entire multiverse with a thought, and often chooses not to, letting the drama of existence play out like a story only it truly understands. The One Above All isn't feared, it's revered, because in the end, everything begins and ends with the storyteller. Second is the Fulcrum. You've probably never heard of it, that's by design. The Fulcrum is a cosmic bartender who listens, guides, and says almost nothing, until you realize he's something far greater. Introduced in Eternals, this being is the master of the Celestials, the Watchers, and the Horde. You read that right, the gods of Marvel answer to him. What's terrifying isn't his power, it's his calm. The Fulcrum doesn't throw punches or bend planets, he doesn't need to. He represents the force that keeps all things in check, a kind of Zen god who welcomes the end, listens to cosmic entities confess their failures, and offers peace or purpose. In one story, he even resembles Jack Kirby, a subtle nod that he may in fact be the same as the One Above All. Is he? Is he not? That's the beauty of the fulcrum. When you speak to him, the conversation might be with God, or just a guy pouring the drinks at the end of time. And the first in line is you. Wait, what? That's right, the most powerful being in the Marvel Universe is you. The comics have said it, hinted at it, and even broken the fourth wall to scream it. Whether it's Deadpool acknowledging the reader, Uatu the Watcher explaining how your choices shape stories, or the one above all thanking a character for believing in the dream, Marvel understands one truth. None of these worlds exist without your imagination. You decide what matters, you give the stories weight, you bring these gods, heroes, and villains to life with your attention, your emotion, your belief. And in the pages of Marvel Comics, belief is power. So yeah, Franklin can warp reality, the Beyonder can rewrite time, but none of it matters without someone to care, and that someone is you. From devourers of worlds to omnipotent creators, Marvel's most powerful characters stretch the limits of imagination. Some wield their power with fists, others with silence, a few with storytelling itself. But now we want to know, if you could wield any one of these overpowers, which would it be? Let us know in the comments, and make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the multiverse, myths, and madness that make Marvel what it is. Because in this universe, the story never ends. See ya! Bye.